guys, so for science today, you guys are going to be planting a seed. So each of you guys should have picked one of these little planting kits up, and you should also have a plant observation journal. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is take everything out of our planting kit, and inside you should have the flower pot. All right, be careful, they're not super sturdy. All right, you should also have a bag of soil in there, and you should have a bag with 2 seeds in it. All right, we're going to plant both of those seeds into one pot, hoping that they both sprout. All right, and you're going to need water, so I went ahead and got a little cup of water. My suggestion is that you do this in the kitchen or maybe even outside. Okay, I also got a plate. I'm going to keep my flower pot, and I suggest you do this if you're not doing it outside. You might want to get a plate underneath it because it's got holes in the bottom. When you water it, the water is going to go through the soil and out onto the plate, or even dirt might come out of there. So my suggestion is that you get a plate of some sort to put underneath, and ask your parents about it before you do it. Okay, guys? So the directions are: pour your soil in your flower pot, filling almost to the top. Then you're going to use your finger, and if you don't want to use your finger, you can get a pencil, and I'll show you how to do that. You're going to poke holes about halfway down, and then you're going to place the seed in the hole and cover it with the soil. You're going to pour some water over it and place it in a sunny place, and then we'll talk about our observation journal, okay? So I've got my seed. I've got my flower pot and my thing. So if you look at your soil, guys, this is potting soil. This is not soil that we usually find here in Florida. We have lots of sandy soil, and you can see there's some things in it. This is actually really good soil. It's got some plant food in it. It's extra things that provide nutrients while your plant's starting to grow before it gets really big and is able to make its own food. It also has some dried things in it that are dead plants and other dead plants and leaves and things. All right, it's got these little white things in it that kind of hold water. So this is a special type of potting soil. All right, it's going to provide some extra nutrients until our plant gets big enough to transfer and put in a bigger pot. So being very careful if you're doing this inside. Like I said, I would suggest doing it outside. You're going to take your soil, and you can use the bag to help you pour it, or you can use a spoon of some sort, but you're going to place the soil in your flower pot, okay? Filling it right up almost to the top. All right, you can press it down just a little bit. You don't want to press it down too much. I gave you plenty of soil, so you should, look, I still have a bunch left in my bag. All right. Then you're going to use your finger or a pencil of some sort. I'll use the pencil to show you, and just kind of poke it down about halfway, making a little hole. All right, I'm going to do that 2 different times. About halfway down my pot, make the hole a little bit bigger. And then I'm going to get my 2 seeds, and I'm going to put 1 in each hole. Placing it down in there, placing it down in there, and you can kind of see this one's a little bit. I'm going to push it down just a little bit more. All right, and then you can just cover up. All right, you don't want to pat it down too much. You need it to be a little bit loose so that the seed, once it starts to grow, it can move around a little bit and start to go up. And then you're going to water your plant. All right, so just slowly add a little bit of water. Just kind of going around. The water is going to loosen up the outside. I know in first grade you learned about seeds have that special seed coat on the outside of it that kind of protects the inside of the seed before it starts growing. This water will loosen up that seed coat so that the bean can start growing. And you can see that mine is already, the water's already going through it a little bit. And that's what the plate will help. If the soil needs some more water, it will soak up. All right, so We're going to place this outside, or I'm going to place mine outside in a sunny area. You want to make sure it's getting lots of sun each day and that you are checking the water level each day. You don't want it to be sopping wet, all right, but you need it to be able to be moist. After you finish that, you're going to start your plant observation journal. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is put your name. I'm still getting papers, guys, without names on them. And it's really, really hard. I'm having to study the handwriting on some of them to see whose it is. I had 2 kids that didn't put their name on a test the other day, and I had to really, really look at that handwriting to see whose it is. All right, if you want, you can decorate your little plant observation journal. This is a tomato plant right here, and this is a daisy, right? So we're going to do our plant observation. Today is day 1. All right, so every few days you guys will, I'll let you know when, but you'll be filling this out, okay? And I sent your rulers home with you. We're not going to use the ruler today. We'll start using the ruler when it starts growing. But today you're going to draw a picture and you're going to write about what you did, okay? So right now, your plant right now, it's simply in the flower pot. We don't see it. All right, it's simply in that flower pot. And you can actually draw it if you want down in there. It's a bean seed right now. It's simply a seed. Okay, and you can use your crayons to fix up your picture showing your brown flower pot and your dirt. And you're going to write about what you did today. Today, I planted my bean seeds in soil and watered them. I will place them in the sunlight. Because remember, we learned yesterday that that plant needs 5 things to grow. It needs, remember, it needs sunlight so that it will eventually start making its own food. It needs air. It needs space. It needs nutrients from that soil. And that was what that soil provides, is providing it with the nutrients. Okay. And then it needs water, of course, and we watered it. Okay. All right, guys. So color your picture. Nice observation. This is going to be a science grade, so make sure you're doing a good job with this. All right. Have a great day.